Hey, welcome back to the podcast. You are in for a real treat. If you've ever said to yourself this year, there's just not enough inventory. What if I told you today you're going to hear from, 15, 25 people, mega team leaders from across the country and Canada, giving you in 3 minutes or less their best listing attraction strategy. So buckle up, take notes. You better be leaving me some comments. And if you haven't liked and subscribed and all that silly stuff, please do that today. Let's go to Jenny Turner. Jenny, I want listings. Tell them who you are and where you're from, and let's get right to it.
Jenny Turner, Oregon. My favorite listing tool is actually kind of a long game, but every single buyer gets a bottle of sparkling wine on their 1 year anniversary. Delivered to their door. We take a picture if they're not home. We text it to them. We let them know we're coming. So multiple touch points along the process.
Yes.
If they don't drink, they get a branded Yeti or something else really cool, some good swag.
Yep.
A lot of our sellers, buyers will be sellers
Yes.
who don't engage with us in any other way will call me 3, 4, 5, 7 years later and say, hey, every year you touched me. I really appreciate it. I'm ready to go.
I love it. I love it. And for context, there's going to be some heckling over here in the background. Really fast, how many transactions did you and Charles do last year? What are you going to do this year?
300 transactions last year, 500 transactions this year.
Awesome. Okay, you're out. Okay, let's go right here. Yes, now we have some heckling and some woo. All right, so whoever's next, get over here. All right, tell them who you are and where you guys are from.
Lisa Chinatti and Jason Posnick from Masson, New Hampshire.
Yes.
And so we often work with brand new agents who don't have a ton of experience, are still growing their confidence, and don't have huge budgets for generating listing leads.
Yes.
So
here's the deal, guys. There's nothing worse as an agent than when you have a family member or a friend list with somebody else, right?
Yes.
And a lot of times it's not they don't know you're an agent. They don't trust you yet. So here's what you're going to do, Tom. You're going to go into your cell phone and you're going to call 5 people from your sphere every single day, book 2 appointments, and the script's very simple, Tom. Ring, ring.
Ring, ring. Hello.
Hey, Tom, my man. So I actually need a huge favor from you. Free tomorrow night?
Yeah, what's up, Jay?
So, Tom, I'm working on my listing presentation. I've changed a few things up. Would you mind if I came over, presented to you? I'll bring beer and hot dogs, whatever, and then you can give me some feedback and critique me a little bit, and I'll give you a valuation.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm in. By the way, the Mavs game's on tomorrow night, so let's go, right?
Let's go.
Okay, so seriously, you guys doing that right now?
we coach all of our agents to do it.
And what's the impact?
Well, they either get friends or family members who then say, oh my gosh, I didn't know the value of my home. I absolutely want to sell. Or, you know what? I don't want to sell, but so-and-so does, and now they're top of mind.
Absolutely. Okay, absolutely love it. You guys like that idea?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Let's go.
All right, get out of here. Somebody else in.
Nice,
okay,
nice.
Mary, tell them who you are and where you're from.
Mary
I just
Bartos.
cut in.
Mary Bartos from actually Southwest Florida. So if you don't know where that is, Naples, Marco Island, Fort Myers.
Love it. Okay, so what's your best listing instruction? There's going to be so many bananas idea. I love it. Okay,
Yeah.
best idea.
So best idea is you or someone in your office has a listing and you know that you're going to have buyers that aren't going to win out. So you're going to call, or better yet, door knock the neighbors
Yes.
and say, hey, did you want to pick your neighbor? Did you know it's for sale?
Right.
And they say, yeah, no, tell me about it. Then you invite them to an event that you're going to have at that house so that they can see the house. And then you're going to start to build your database that way.
So invite him to a showing, invite him to an open house, doing some kind of quasi-mega open house. What event am I
Yes.
inviting him to?
Mega open house, anything that you can bring the neighbors in for a special time, because you know they want to look at the house anyway.
Right.
And when it sells, they're going to compare it to their own home. And so, and if they come, they might be interested. They're kind of in that step of, do I want to sell or not?
So I love it. If I hear you correctly, it's somebody else's listing, but you're going to do the marketing around that. And then obviously with their permission, if you're going to do something at the house.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
And is it working right now in Southwest Florida?
Heck yeah. Heck
Love
yeah.
it. I love the heck yeah. All right, she's out. Let's go. Jill.
Do I have to
You
move
come-
down one? Is
Yeah,
that like
sure. Whatever you want to do. Let's go. All right. Tell them who you are, where you're from. Make sure you adjust the mics, ladies. All right, let's go. What's your best idea? What's working right now to get listings?
Okay, wait. We got to start. Jill Biggs, Hoboken, Jersey City, everywhere on the Gold Coast.
Yes.
What works for us is because you told me I can't say call my past clients, and that fucked me up.
Yes.
But I will
Yes.
tell you that
The first
when,
beep of the show.
when I am the listing agent,
Yes.
right, I frequently get back that buyer when they go to sell because they like me better than their agent. I suck their contact in. I'll reach out a week later. I ask, how's it going? We're doing a constant check-in afterwards. So when those people go to sell, they remember us.
Oh, I love it. So you're actually calling the buyer of your listing.
Yes,
Am
to
I
make
hearing
sure
that
everything is
correctly?
going well.
Right. I love that. And you know, someone's going to say, oh my God, I hate that. That's horrible. I can't believe she's doing that. But then you go back and look at the NAR data that says, what is it, like 87, 89% of sellers say, of course I would work with my agent or buyer. I would work with my, the person who represented me, and they never do. Right? So you're basically...
People don't remember you if you never speak to them again. And the truth is if you feel badly about calling the person on the other side, we do it to be nice, right? They moved into our listing and maybe things are not going well and they need some help from us.
Love it. Love it. Okay, I love it. All right, let's hear it.
Teresa Cowart, Savannah.
Let's go. Next one up.
Teresa Cowart, Savannah, Georgia. And what I learned from you a long time ago was you need to be the mayor of your city.
Yes.
Like everybody needs to know who you are. So we've been working on that for years and years and years. And we have a TV show. And if you list with us, we will feature your house on this national television show.
Love it.
So we do that. And of course, all the things on social media and things. But we've gotten some high luxury listings from just being able to feature them on the TV show.
I love it. So do you guys market the fact that you have the TV show, or do they know it because they see the show, right? Or they have exposure to it?
Mm-hmm. They do see it, but we also do market it as well.
Yes.
And of course, we have a moving van if you need that as well.
I love it. Okay, great. Good job. Okay, Treasure, you're up. Whoever's up next, let's go.
Yes, this is good.
Go, Treasure. Go.
All right, Treasure.
Hi, Treasure Davis, Colorado Springs, Colorado. This year with our team on getting listings, we've really focused on going back to the basics.
Talk to us about that.
And we have really leaned into our farm, not just doing mailers and then wondering why the mailers don't work.
Yep.
Leaning in with community garage sales, delivering donuts in the community garage sale. And what you spoke about today earlier was how do you create an impact in your farm and in your community?
Yes.
And one thing that we did that resulted in 3 listing appointments was buy new uniforms for the school in our farm.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
We didn't put our branding on it.
Of course.
It wasn't about that.
Yep.
But just from that alone, they gave us a really great plaque and they said, thank you so much for impacting our school, making a difference for our kids, and it has crushed it. So leaning into your farm and going back to the basics is crushing it for us.
Love it. All right, Colorado Springs in the house, Treasure Davis. All right, Mr. Mike, whose company is dominating on the listing side, Orange County, California, 7 Gables.
Thank you, Tom.
Mike, give them your best idea. What's working right now at scale?
53.9% of our sales are listings.
Yes.
So here's what works and here's what I focus on with our managers and our agents when I'm asked.
Yeah.
Stop telling everybody you're number one. Stop telling everybody you sold
As
your
I
house.
called him number one just a second ago.
I know.
Yes.
Well, that's okay with us, right?
Yes.
But
all
not
right.
out to the community.
Yes.
Stop telling everybody you sold their house for $500,000 more over list price because you look like what the hell? You didn't price it right to begin with?
Right.
Stop
Right.
doing that.
Yes.
Start changing your message to attract people.
Yep.
Stop selling. You
Yeah.
don't have to sell if you attract people.
Right.
Okay, circle dialing works. We have that. I have a guy who just ended up with 8 sales in the last 2 weeks. Fantastic. Circle dialing master, right?
Calling around like recent sales,
Yeah.
right? Hey, your neighbor just sold.
Right.
You got any thoughts of selling? You know anybody like that kind of stuff?
Exactly. All
Okay.
open houses. Door knocking. We have 3 young kids on a team, 2 21-year-olds and a 22-year-old on this team. Combined, the team made $800,000 last year. Purely door knocking.
Pure
Their
door
script is,
knocking.
I don't have it with me,
Yeah.
but it's taught, it's learned, and it's used every single time they knock on a door.
I
and
love
it's perfect.
it. I love it,
And
man.
it's all about execution. Nothing else matters.
That's it. That's
You
it.
got it.
Whoever executes going to win. Love
Thanks,
it, Mike.
man.
Thank you
Thank
so
you, man.
much.
Thank you.
All right, Ryan, tell them who you are, where you're from. Move the microphone around. I need another body over here. Let's go.
So I'm Ryan Haley. I'm from Ocean City, Maryland. We also service the Delaware beaches.
Hold on. You have the best radio voice so far. Slow down. Tell me more, Ryan.
So once again, I'm Ryan Haley. So
Late night FM.
What's worked for us is kind of getting back to basics. And
Yeah.
something you've always said is, how do you stand out in the potato chip aisle? Or if you're
Right.
walking down the aisle, how do
Right.
you stand out? And
Yep.
I've seen an increase of agents sending out mail around their success. So you
Yep.
sell a property and you send something out around it.
Yep.
So how do you stand out? So we do the traditional magic letter,
Yep.
but we've kind of evolved that a little bit, and we kind of have a trifecta approach. So we've got the
talk to us.
magic letter, but then you add
What's
in
the magic letter for the people that have no idea what you're talking about?
So hey, did you hear about 123 Main Street? So it's to a seller, dear Mr. Mrs. Seller. Hey,
Yep.
did you hear about 123 Main Street? We were just able to sell that property for X amount over list price. And as a result of that sale, we've got additional buyers who want to buy in your community.
Yes.
So that's a lot of people are sending that out.
Yep.
We've added the QR code to it. So with the QR code to it, we are sending them to a landing page that talks more about that sale. It actually doesn't talk about more about that sale, but it talks about our process.
Yeah, the process
of that sale
Yes.
and the success. From
So
that
give us
sale.
an example, Ryan. Like, what if I'm on that landing page? Am I going to read this, or am I going to see a video?
There's a video at the top that talks
Okay.
about, hey, I just sold your neighbor's property. To find out more about how we did that, please continue on. So they
Yep.
go down. There is a form that they can fill out where we can get their information. But I think the beauty of it is we are now getting their information, being able to retarget to them.
Yep.
So we're going to continue to follow them around the web with information, little
Yeah.
bits and pieces about our success and what
Yeah.
we do. But then the kicker to that, the piece that's been the most beneficial is following up with a phone call. So
Yes.
we have decided to add somebody in our office as an ISA to specifically call around those letters. And now it's not just a cold call. It's saying, hey, we just sent you a letter, wanted to find out or reach out to you, give you some more information, or reach out to see if you are interested in possibly selling.
Love it. Okay, so magic buyer letter. Hey, we just sold your property. We got more buyers than we had sellers. Then and that one has the QR code?
It does.
And then they go to a landing page and they actually can read the process. So you could say, we talked to him 6 months ago, then we fixed it up. It took us 45 days. We did carpet paint. Like, is it like that kind of process
A little more general.
Or,
I'd love it to be that detailed, but it's
Sure.
more general. There
Okay.
is that video at the top, and then it kind of goes into more of a marketing plan.
Love it, man. I love it. That's a great one. And by the way, great radio voice. Okay, Dan, you're up.
Hey.
Dan, second time on the show.
Good to see you.
Somebody, I need another body over here. Let's go. Who's up? Oh,
Is that through everybody?
I'm looking. Come on, Jeff, Liz, somebody. Come on, let's go. Come on, Liz. Liz, we really should have you on the show. Liz, will you just come over and just stand and look pretty? Yes. Okay, Dan, you're up.
Dan Prud'Homme, Hilton Head Island, and direct mail.
Yes.
But everybody scatters their shot.
Yes.
You got to get focused. So focus on past clients
Yes.
and go for a equity check. So send them
Oh,
a CMA,
yeah.
call them,
Yep.
and say, hey, want to give you an update. Is it time for an equity check?
Yes.
You've probably done some things to the house since I've last been by. Why don't you give me a call? Let me know. I'll take a swing by, see what you've done with the place, and we'll update your equity check.
Okay, that is one of the strategies Coach Dave Caldwell has been preaching amongst his base, and they're like literally calling it saying, hey, Dan, just want to let you and Sherry know your home's gone up tremendously. It's been a while since we've done a home equity review,
Yep.
a home equity check. Would love to get you on Zoom. Would love to spend a couple minutes and just let you know the value of your home, and then you can tell me what you've done to update it. Like that kind of conversation?
I think everybody knows that values have gone up. Nobody realizes how much. I mean, we
Right.
do because that's
Right.
what we're in.
Yeah.
But the home seller doesn't know how much it's gone up.
Right.
We've booked many appointments. So yeah, come by. We're probably not selling. And then you give them the number and they're
Yes.
like, we're out.
Oh, yeah. Love it, man. Beautiful. Okay, so and tell them again where you're from.
Hilton Head Island, South Carolina.
All right. Okay. Coming in from the GTA. What's up, Liz? Liz, okay,
Hello.
I know you love being on the camera,
No.
so we can spend 4 or 5 hours here together. So tell them who you are, where you're from, and that's a microphone. It only works if you
Lean
talk
in?
into it.
Okay. I'm Liz Johnson with my husband Jeff
Hiding.
from Toronto, Canada.
And
And
what is your best strategy to generate listings right now, Liz?
sorry, I didn't hear the subject line before.
She's like, oh, no one told me. All right, this is good. And I need somebody else over here. Joe, are you coming? Okay, good. All right, you're
So-
up.
I'm coming back because you know I have more ideas.
I know. Okay, well, let's go. So Liz,
generate listing appointments?
what are you doing right now to generate listings? This is going to be the most random show ever. I love
Yes,
this.
it is going to be
All
very
right.
random. Direct mail has always been a big thing for us. So
Good.
we're currently doubling back down on direct mail because we've gone away from that and it's working well again. So we do a lot of direct mail in our farm.
So how many homes in the farm? Give people context. How many homes in the farm and how long have you been doing it?
So we've got about 4,900 homes in our farm.
Yeah.
And we've been mailing it probably consistently anyway for about 10 years.
Okay, so consistently for 10 years. So for the person listening, this isn't like turn it on tomorrow and instantly it's
No.
going to get success.
No.
How long did it take before you started generating listings from the farm going back almost a decade now?
Probably at least a year.
Yeah,
Really.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because I think most of us would agree. It's about a
Yeah.
year before it starts to make the turn. So you stopped doing direct mail. Why did you slow down on the direct mail?
I don't know. I think it was just we got swept up in more of the digital stuff,
Yeah.
and we thought it was old school to do direct mail. It
Sure.
didn't work as well anymore. It's expensive,
Yes.
and we just stopped. And but really it still works really well for us.
All right.
So
Congrats.
we're back to that.
Congrats. All right. And how many transactions did you guys do last year?
328.
328. And how many of them were listings sold, just for context?
About 40%.
About 40%.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Stay here and just be on the show.
Oh, wait.
Show Big, you're back.
You have to get Jeff up here to say something. He says something inappropriate every time. And like,
That's your job, Jill.
Somebody else should say something inappropriate.
Is this a stand-up, Jill, or is this a podcast? Like, what's going on?
Get up
Tommy
here and
Toole,
talk
get
about
over here.
golf.
You're up next. All right. Jeff, what's working right now to get listings? We need to be, Canada is being represented right now.
What's working for listings is door knocking and giving people items of value at the door. So things that our sales pitch when we're knocking on the door is are you interested in 2 or 3 things that are going to increase the value of your home? It's free. We can walk through. It'll probably take a half an hour. That's working out really well. And then the follow-up after that takes about 6 months for them to find a place where they want to live. And people find tremendous value in that.
Yeah, love it. So it's a long-term nurture strategy.
Exactly.
Get who's interested. And unlike most of the people in the U.S., they're going to find their house first and then sell and close, right?
We do it opposite. And the thing is, too, it's important to get the email, get the phone number, and give them a newsletter. Because if you you have a great conversation, you don't get any contact information. It's just a great conversation.
Right. Okay, Liz, I'm going to have Tom Toole come up and take your spot, but I want you just to stay right there. Just stay right there and just be on the show the entire time. Okay. Jeff, you're out. Okay,
I was
Jill,
going to say
what
one
else
more
is
thing and
working
then
to
I'm
get
gonna
listings
go
right
away.
now?
Okay.
Okay, hold on. How many transactions did you guys do last year?
Where's Dan?
You're looking for Dan?
424.
424. So, and what percentage approximately were listings sold? I know I'm asking the wrong person.
Beats the fuck out of me. Where's
Okay,
Dan?
good. All right.
No, a lot.
You got a beep?
Oh my God, we got beep, beep out of me. Okay, so what's your idea? What's working?
So
you are always going on a lot of listing
in
appointments.
branding.
We dominate in branding. What does that mean?
Our branding is everywhere. We hit you with our direct mailers. We have our signs everywhere.
Yes.
Right? We have that van that drives around. We have a massive billboard that says we probably sold your neighbor's home.
Yep.
We
Is that
have
actually what the billboard says?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good billboard.
So that's a good. We probably sold your neighbor's home. That's a good one.
Everywhere you go, you see us.
So Jill, being your friend, being your coach, you also have Zillow, you got Realtor.com, you do Google, you do direct mail, you guys do open houses at scale.
I do every single thing.
That's the key. That's the key. And I know her numbers. She is wickedly profitable too.
I'm going to go away now.
Yes. All right. Tommy Toole. What's working right now to generate listings for you? Tommy, tell them who you are, where you're from.
Okay, my name's Tom Toole. I'm from the Metro Philadelphia area. We sold 456 homes last year. That should answer your
The
question.
number one sales trainer right now on Instagram per Inman. It's Tom Toole, Tom Ferry, Byron Lazine.
I mean, I broke the internet the other day.
You did
apparently,
break the internet. Okay, so Tommy, you could go one of two directions. You could talk about what you did, or you can talk about what you're having your team do at scale. So of the 450 some odd transactions, what percentage were listings sold versus buyer sale?
32%.
Okay, so not as many listings as I would expect from you.
Because I am no longer in production, and I had that. So it's about transferring those skills, but really transferring it. Going really deep on things. So the number one strategy, I'm going to have something really groundbreaking here.
Let's hear
Picking up the phone and calling people.
Tell me more about that. How does that? Yes. Yeah.
No.
Too simple.
I wasn't here, so
okay. So what does that mean? Give me more. Like for the person, for the person that's listening right now, if you're only on audio, go to YouTube. You got to see the video version of this. Liz has had 3 glasses of wine. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so
what I mean is being proactive, right?
Yes.
And there's a challenge for any agent that got in the business the last 24, 36 months because it's been so frothy, so easy to do deals.
Yeah.
And the way they've gotten listings is they sold them a house and they had a house to sell.
Right.
Versus going out and finding people that have a home to sell. So what I did was in 2008, which was not a great time, I decided to work expired listings and for sale by owners because they raised their hand and they said, hey, either I picked the wrong agent and I wanted to sell and actually listed my house and had 50 people come through, which is god awful for anyone that's out there.
Right.
Or fastest sale business opportunity. I may not like realtors. I had a bad experience, but I also want to sell my home.
Yep.
And you can train that. You can teach that. It's just not at the volume. So what we've done is we've broken down the goals for our agents. It's like, hey, get 1 listing this month. Not 10, not 15, what I was doing. 1 listing. And that goes such a long way. And then you leverage the crap out of it and do all the other proactive stuff like
Liz, get over
knocking
here.
doors and calling and everything else.
Yes. So
Literally just picking up the phone will go a long way.
So, but do you mean circle dialing? Do you mean past clients? Do you mean calling old leads? Like, what does that mean?
I would call all of the above. However, if you want to get listings, the expired listing from 5 years ago, guess what? Maybe the price is actually real now. The for sale by owner, there's a Bright MLS study that shows off MLS properties sell for 16.98% less, but you have to know the data to share it. So those people are still out there. It's more of a dogfight. So obviously we heard circle dialing, other things, but when you get one listing, you've got to squeeze the juice out of it, because the worst thing you can do is list the home, put it on the MLS, it sells, and do nothing.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to do one, and then you do one, two, Liz. So I'm going to say 2010. We are just ending, right, back in the U.S., right, the REO, sort of, bonanza of, horrificness. But what we learned during 2008 and 9 was if you put like a giant yellow awning in front of the house and you put out like 48 ugly signs that said foreclosure arrow, you would literally get 75, 80, 100, 200 people that would drive into that property. And as the REOs were winding down, for the most part in the U.S., I was sitting with a group of people. I think Andy C was there, and we were masterminding like, well, how do we reimagine an open house now that we've done this? And the concept was mega open houses. So here's what we basically said. Inside of every community, when a home sells, we know that 2 or 3 more are already thinking about it. They're raising their hand and they want to know, what did that property sell for? But you know what they also want to know? What did the Joneses' house look like? I would walk by the Toole's house all the time. I always wondered, like, their kids are so adorable. Is there paint on the walls? Is there crayons everywhere? Like, people are just naturally curious about, like, all their neighbors' houses. So we said, what if we did a neighbor-only open house from 11:30 to 1 o'clock? We'd put out 30 to 40 signs. So like literally every freeway, on-ramp, off-ramp, every way, versus like the study back then showed, and I'm dating an old NAR study that said the average person would put out 3 signs for an open house. One at the end of the cul-de-sac, one at the turn to get to the house, which seems pretty silly, and like one maybe as you enter into the community, but you miss all those other traffic opportunities. So 30, 40 signs or whatever you can do legally in your marketplace. Then you go door knock, 50 doors to the right, 50 doors to the left, 100 doors across, and you say, hi, I'm the listing agent. I just listed the Joneses' house. We'd love to invite you guys to lunch to come by, take a look at the house, learn more about the market, and see it before anyone else. Would you guys like to join us? And you're handing them the flyer, and the most important thing, what does the neighbor want to see on the flyer? The price of the property. And they go like this. Oh, well, if that one's worth that, my home's worth way more. You hand them the flyer. Would you like to join us? Great. It's this Saturday from 11:30, whatever. Boom. What was great about it, all of a sudden now, like, agents were realizing, I'm getting more people. So I did this with my client, John McMonigal. We had a listing in Shady Canyon, right? It was a spec builder. It was like $14 million, right? In a guard-gated community. He had 650 people come to the mega open house. Like, I want you just fathom. Now we knew it was going to be bonkers. We had 200 agents that showed up. We had the entire master plan golf course community show up. Big shout out to John McMonigal. All these people showed up, and literally someone had to go out and get a PA, like a ghetto PA, so he could say a few words to people. The booze ran out. The food ran out instantaneously. The gardeners like literally just finished the grass. And what do you think the builder was saying in that moment? The spec builder. Holy shit, this is incredible, right? John turned that into now like these fantastic events where literally, like, because he's super high end, there could be the Rolls Royce dealership outside, the Lamborghini dealership. Like, he went bananas, which a lot of people have done. But now the key is, and here's the modern version, my friends, listen up. You get a QR code on that property, and at the front door, they have to go like this just to get in. It says, please register here. Boom, they do their QR code. If you have an iPhone, it auto captures cell phone, email, first name, last name. Ask 2 questions. Do you live in the neighborhood? Would you like to know the new value of your house? Do you want to know what this property sells for? Yes, yes, yes. Boom, just like that. People are saying I'm picking up like 20, 40, 30 leads using this. And then you're just working like a cocktail party, right? You're being the mayor. And then all the money, as we all know, because I've captured from the QR code, is now, hey, Liz, thank you so much for coming by the property. I see that you live in the neighborhood. Would you like to know the value of your property? And you do a bomb video, some kind of follow-up. Thoughts on that, guys? Like, you guys both do this kind of stuff. What do you guys think?
Yes. Everyone should do it immediately. You're leaving so much money on the table when you list the home and you don't leverage it. And think about what the consumer wants right now. They want more houses to look at, and you're in the product you're selling.
Yep.
So, and open houses historically convert at what, 10% is the number? And how many realtors have gone out there and said, I'm way better in person than I am on the phone?
Every one of them.
You're in your element. Maybe except me. But so to me, it's you're just it's a lost opportunity, and you're really screwing up massively in your business if you're not leveraging every sale and every listing as much as you can.
I agree, especially now because look, let's be clear. There's days on market now, not seconds on market. So if you've got 27 days on market in Toronto, that means you still can do your pre-launch, all the legal stuff that you can do. Then you actually do the mega open house. Then you might have a brand new agent holding that property open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Who cares? Because we'll take every onesie, twosie we get to it, and maybe second showings and all that good stuff. Right? So you actually have time to do it, time to get into the neighborhood and really maximize it.
Yeah.
So Liz, I'm going to leave it to you. Closing thoughts as we wrap up the show.
I think the other nice thing about having a farm that you work, and especially for us with they're lasting a little more than a week now, is that we have multiple homes in the same neighborhood that are on open house.
Right.
We've got a program now where our agents will send each visitor to the next open house and the next open house and the next open house. So we've got a sheet of, there's these other open houses you can attend as well. And so that's really working out also.
So what's interesting on that same note, I think big shout out to like Maxine and Marty Gallants, who you guys have met. So this is going back to maybe like 2012 or 13. And all of a sudden we have a bunch of high-end listings that have been sitting on the market for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. And that was typical back then, where today, those nice properties are still flying off the shelf in San Diego. They're like, how do we like make our sellers happy? How do we turn this into something? So we were doing 6 to 7 mega open houses at the same exact time. But each client that came into number one got a passport, and if they got like a stamp at every one of them,
that's a great idea,
right? And people ate it up, but what it did is it just showed the sellers we are driving all this traffic, and we all know, they got listings from it, they got buyers from it, and because they've been in the market so long, they got, oh my God, Maxine, we haven't seen you in forever, and so Maxine was like doing the open houses, it was nuts. So I love that too.
And it highlights to the visitors that you've got all kinds of listings in the area.
Absolutely, that you're the dominant player in the town. All right, so as we wrap this up, thank you all so much for being a part of the show. Totally awesome. For my friends out there, like, subscribe. Make sure you follow all these crazy people. And hey, look, at the end of the day, my buddy Mike over here said it best. It's not about the ideas. It's about who executes. And it's not just execution. It's who executes consistently. That is the person that wins in this market. Markets like this make extraordinary salespeople that follow that advice. All right, we're out. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys soon.